What's going on, guys? Hunter here with Goodman Lawn Care. We have a big job this afternoon. 10 yards of mulch, probably 50, 60, maybe even 70 hedges. Whole lot to do this afternoon. We're gonna knock it out. Got KJ coming, Matthew coming, Pops coming, all hands on deck. Gonna knock this thing out and get it done. KJ just pulled up right there. So we're about to head on to the shop, get this thing loaded up, get everything ready to go. And if you're not subscribed, you need to go hit that subscribe button. We're almost to 1,000 subscribers, and we're gonna do a big giveaway when we get there. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and go ahead and like this video too, because I'm telling you, it's gonna be a good one. So we're gonna roll the intro, get into it. So we were at the job, picked up a new tool the other day, or actually it came in today. It is a Ryobi battery hedge trimmer. Has the hedge sweep on it. This hedge sweep does slide on and off, slides right back on. Trying to do everything one-handed here, but slides on and off. I've been leaving it on, works pretty good. Has a rotating handle. You can do it 90 degrees, 45 degrees, 45 the other way, 90 the other way, however you want to do it. Came with a 2.5 amp, it came with a 2 amp battery. This is a 40 volt tool, so it's got quite a bit of power. I did go ahead and buy the 6 amp battery for it, and I already had the 4 amp battery because I have a Ryobi auger. So we got a 4 amp, a 6 amp, and a 2 amp. But so far, I haven't used any battery, and I've already trimmed probably 3 or 4 hedges with it. So I'm quite impressed with them so far. But that's enough talking. I'm gonna put the camera down and put it on time lapse, let you watch us use them, see how good it works, and we're gonna knock this job out. Give you a quick walk around of this job real quick. These are the hedges we started trimming right here. You notice when we started these right here, they were kind of like those ones over there. They were kind of bushy. These are cone-shaped hollies, so we had to cone shape them all. We had to shape them like little Christmas trees, as Matthew called it. And we're coming through here, trimming these up, trimming that one up. And you notice on these, we coned them up too, and I left a little thing. I normally wouldn't do that, but what we're doing is with this one is that's the main stem, so these trees are going to grow up taller, so we're leaving that right there so that they can grow with the tree, so that they'll help grow it more taller cone shape. So don't know if that makes any sense or not, but that's why we did that. I know it doesn't look great, but give it a few months and it'll full out and it'll look really good. So another cone shaped here. We still got to come through and trim these up right here. And then all the monkey grass, we cleaned all that up. I'll show you what we did that with here in a minute. We got some neat little tools we're using these days. Little mop, golden mops we trim in there. I think that's a soft touch holly. And we're going through here, and we're all going to come back and put mulch on this when we get all the hedge clippings out. We're going to mulch all the hedge clippings out, put mulch all through here. I think those are abortes, golden mops, and then some more of the same along through there. So Pop's blowing the mulch out, or blowing the hedge clippings out so we can mulch them. Got Matthew with the new Ryobi hedge trimmers. That's the 6 amp battery there. Even with the 6 amp, it's still pretty light for hedge trimmers. I mean, oh yeah, pretty good. I love the hedge sweep on this, and I did show you earlier that the hedge sweep does come on and off of this. So I like that, how you can take it on and off, because in certain instances you might not need it on there, but for the most part it's really nice to have. and pull that little button right there, and you can twist the handle. All right, so now you got it 90 degrees, and you're keeping your hand the same way. So that's pretty neat how you can press that button right there, how you can do that and everything. You can do it the other way, 45 or 90, either way. And so anyway, that's a nice little setup, and we're gonna keep trying it out here and see how I like it. And if I like it, I'll probably buy another set so we can have it. So what it is I started buying, I bought that battery hedge trimmer there, and I bought some more little hedge trimmers that I bought from Harbor Freight. They're pretty neat. They're not quite as fancy as that one, but they do the job done. So what it is, I started buying this battery stuff because our steel hedge trimmers are kind of getting wore out, and they're not wanting to crank that good anymore. And we might spend 5 or 10 minutes trying to get one cranked versus the battery when you pop it in there and you're good to go. The battery stuff is a little bit more bigger investment as far as your money wise and everything. Like I said, that little setup right there, the 6-amp battery was $200, and the Ryobi hedge trimmers was $200. So you're looking at $400, whereas I can get a gas pair for $400. So, you know, like I said, you are having a pretty big investment for the battery stuff, but to me, if it works just the same as the Stihl does, it's just as good, and it's quieter. Don't have to use ear buffs or anything like that, so works out pretty good. So this is what we got going around the back here. Got some juniper. I think this is the Blue Owl juniper, I'm not real sure. More soft touch hollies, abortes, I think that's what that is, and then some more cone hollies and stuff like that. So notice they got the mulch in here, and then they have pine straw over there, and then they have rocks in here, and then some rocks and a fire pit. So this rock you're looking at right here is actually drainage. This is drainage that's going out for water drainage, because what it is, there's a big hill on the other side of this fence, and all the water comes right down here, and they've got to where the drainage goes off that way, and it goes off that way too. And I'm not sure, but I think there might be some that goes off that way too. So real pretty backyard here, and just kind of give you a walk around what we'll be doing. And so we're going to remulch everything, put new pine straw out, trim all the hedges, get everything cleaned up, and then we'll be out of here. So we still got a good many hedges to trim, then we'll start cleaning up, putting mulch out, and pine straw, and we'll be good to go. So I'm gonna get back to work, get the camera back on the tripod. To hop in here and kind of wrap up this video and kind of give you a quick little walk around of the Ryobi hedge trimmers, and kind of my end thoughts on it and everything. And I wanted to point out something that we did wrong and when we were putting these things together, and I wanted to show you that real quick so that y'all wouldn't think I was a moron. So I had this hedge sweep on here right now, but in the video, I don't know if you noticed or not, I had this slanted part in the front. And the reason that's on wrong is because when this part was back here, it was sitting about, you know, right in there, and the top of this was hitting and it wasn't letting it go back far enough. And then you'd have about 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch hanging off the side, and that's what was not allowing you to cut, you know, about 1 inch out there. But it still has a little lip right there that I'm not a fan of. The blade only goes to about right there, so you have about 1/2 inch that you're losing on cutting. And but that's really the only negative thing I have to say about this thing. But I did want to point that out so that you wouldn't think I was an idiot. The slanted part goes on towards the handle and everything, and that's what makes it slide under there a little bit and makes everything work better. So did want to point that out. Battery life on this thing is fantastic. I had the 6 amp battery on there now, but I had the 2 amp battery on there, and I trimmed all the hedges in the front on the 2 amp battery, and then we trimmed all the ones in the back, and I still have plenty of battery left on this 6 amp. So very pleased with the battery life on this. No telling how many hedges we could trim on that 6 amp battery. I have no idea. I'm sure it's a lot, and I will be using these things some more. And this is not necessarily a review video. This is just kind of an initial introduction to this unit right here, I guess you could say. I'm not really I hadn't used it enough to give a full review on it, but that is kind of my thoughts on it. Very good product. So far so good, and time will tell. So didn't want to point that out there, though, how I had that on there wrong. I thought that was pretty funny there. Appreciate you watching. Hope you enjoyed it. This is kind of the introduction to me trying out some battery stuff. You will see me try out some more battery stuff here in the next future. Probably in spring will be when I buy some more. I'm not really sure when I'll do it, but I have some ideas of some more stuff I'm going to buy. I don't want to spill the beans on that, but I am going to buy some more battery equipment. I'm very happy with this right here. Like I said, I hadn't used it enough to give like a full review on it, but like I said, so far so good. I have nothing really to complain about them. But I don't ever see myself fully swapping over to battery equipment right yet. I'm not going to say never, because you never know what's going to happen, but as of right now, I don't ever see myself just fully swapping over to battery equipment. But it is something to try out, and it is something to explore a little bit. And so that's kind of what I'm doing. And like I said, come spring, you're going to see me using some more battery equipment and just trying it out. But that doesn't mean that I'm swapping completely over to it just yet, because to me, the gas equipment is just kind of my old reliable, and it's just something to the gas equipment is just not something just to throw away completely yet. Because think about it, is like you run the battery dead on this, you got to charge it for 15, 20, 30 minutes, however long it takes to charge the battery up. If your gas equipment runs out of gas, you just take the gas can, pour it back in there, and you're ready to go. And and that's not the only reason. There's a lot more reasons that I'm not fully swapping over, but that is probably one of the main reasons. And so, but like I said, this is a whole nother video for a whole nother day, and we'll talk about this later on in the future. So that being said, appreciate y'all watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember to like and subscribe, and I think that's about it. So I'll see y'all later.